Wow.
Happy 2020.
Happy 2020, everybody. Welcome back to Not For Everybody for Oh, wait. I just fucked that up.
It's all right. Not For
Everybody podcast
with Dina.
Yes. And because this will be the official anniversary episode.
Woo, woo.
Yes. 1 year anniversary. Everybody do a little
Yes.
clap. But in this case, we decided to switch it up.
Ooh, we switching it up.
And I'm actually going to be the guest.
Yes.
And Miss Dominique is going to be the host.
I am the hostess with the mostest today. I'm so excited to interview my friend and podcaster, Dina.
Yes. Well, I'm excited because I have no idea what I'm going to be asked. So this should be interesting.
I kind of wanted to tell you, but then I'm like, no, let me surprise her. I really wanted to do some research, but I really wanted to use what I know as you as a friend. Mm-hmm. But also I wanted to enhance and let people dig deep and know you better. On a different level, because we evolve year by year. So I definitely want to see where you're going, where you've been, and I want your listeners to really get to know who Dina is.
Ooh, yeah.
Because she ain't for everybody,
I
okay?
definitely am not. And that's something I just learned over the last year. So, and you know, that was a huge struggle of mine. Like, I just want to be liked by everybody, but I've gotten to a place where I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just feels so free.
It does.
I forgot who was saying something about being free. And like when people ask you, you know, how you doing today? And you're like, oh, I'm great. Like sometimes they say just be genuine. Like, well, I'm getting over a cold or I'm not feeling well. Just so you can level down and be who you really are. Like I feel like we put on this facade that we can't really describe and tell people like how we really fucking feel.
Exactly.
Like I just got over this cold. This is my last day drinking alcohol and coffee. I'm going on a diet. Bitch gonna be cranking them all. So.
Wait, that's a lot at one time.
It's a lot.
You got to take baby steps, girl.
No,
baby
but
steps.
I really want to just like do a fast where I take away like the pleasures that I have in life. Like I'm going to eat and drink, whatever, but just taking away like sugar, coffee, alcohol, meat, and different things like that. And I need to shed me some pounds because I was eating good during the holidays, girl.
Yeah, that's why I'm starving myself now. Like I went back on my intermittent fasting. Okay. I've been doing that, and I've been making like my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner, everything like every Sunday for like the whole week to make sure that one, I don't buy outside. Yeah. And two, like I just stick to it. Like I'm trying to save. Like there's so much that I want to do in the next year or two. So it's just like on top of losing all that holiday weight, because I get crazy around the holidays. I eat my ass off.
All the holiday parties, the coquito, the drinking, the eating. So it's good to, you know, take in a new year and reflect and just shed all those pounds, shed all that stuff that you were eating.
Yes, and we trying to be some slim bunnies this summer.
Yes, I'm trying to be, you know, snatched up or something. Have me a Sierra something, a hot girl something, one of them summers. But I need to be looking like them. Anyway, but let's start this. As we start your new journey and as we all like just take a breath and just really analyze who we are. We're all about the arts. We're all about movies and music. If you had an opportunity for a producer or a music, you could do a music video, you can do a movie. Who would be the producer to illustrate your life right now?
Oh, that's a good one.
A little icebreaker.
I would like for it to be Monica.
Ooh, Monica. Why?
Yes, I feel like Monica and I relate on so many levels. I always used to wish that I was just as freeing and non-giving a fuck as she is. Like, she's super sweet and super down to earth. Yeah. But she also makes it very clear, like...
I just want to be clear, the Monica, the boy's mine Monica, right?
Yes, the boy's mine.
So you definitely was team Monica back in the day. There was a meme that said you are not black if you didn't fight over who was Brandy or who was...
I was team Monica.
You was team Monica?
Yes, I was team Monica. The boy was his first.
Yeah, that's true. But then you know that he was in the movie with Brandy and all that stuff they were trying to say, but I was always team Monica.
I'm always
Monica,
team Monica.
That's interesting.
Like our styles, like I kind of want to be as a little bit more freeing like she is. So if I wanted someone to do my life story, like I feel like she would push me to be my fullest authentic self. So I would want her to do it.
Okay, you would use her music and everything?
Everything.
Oh,
I
my
may
goodness.
even cut my hair.
What? So you would? All right, so I can see you in the So Gone video or something like that.
Oh my God, that was my favorite song.
Switching it up, rapping and some shit like that.
And busting out windows and shit. That was my song.
You know what?
That was my
I was
song.
not even thinking, and I've known you all these years of my life, and I would have never thought that would be the answer.
Yeah. Who would you have thought?
I don't know, girl. I was like, what is she going to say? I don't even know. Yep. But, like, I'm so happy that I really, these questions, I'm going to get to know you better.
Be Monica Denise. Hello.
All right. So I want to take it back for an instance. Like, I know you're in a good place in your life, but, of course, we evolve and we go through things to get us where we are. So I kind of want to take you into some questions that are going to kind of pull up where you've been and how you definitely came back from that and grew to who you are today.
Okay.
So beginning, what was a common reason why you failed or gave up in the past?
As much as my friends know me, they also will be surprised in the sense that I'm really not a confrontational person. Like, I don't look for it. I will say that. But if it is brought to me, I will definitely entertain it, like happily entertain it. I just got tired of people pleasing. My biggest fault in life, in my adult life, I would say, I can't say so much in my childhood, but in my adult life was people pleasing. I put everybody before me. I loved everyone else more than I loved myself. And that to me was disheartening to learn that, but it also made me say that I'm be 1,000% committed to putting myself first and loving myself first and making sure that everyone and everything came after that, and not caring how people responded to my movements or what I was saying, because I cared so much, and it was the caring, it was actually consuming me more than anything, because I'm so focused on how this person will react and what they will say and how will they move with me after I will really say how I felt, that I just let that consume me instead of being honest about how I really felt about things.
Do you feel like the notion of them not being your friend anymore or caring about what they thought about you was more important than the actual friendships, like the actual event? Like, let's say and it was somebody's party or someone's event, and you were caring more about the gift or getting there at a certain time or doing this than you consuming yourself with actually having fun at the event or actually like just living in the moment.
Yeah.
I feel like we get so consumed in the things that we say, the preparation. And when we finally get there, like doing the lashes, doing the hair, doing all this, doing all that, you tired, all this. By the time you get there,
you're miserable.
You're miserable. You want to take off your girdle. You want to let loose. Your feet hurt because you ain't worn no heels in a long time.
You don't want to put the lashes on.
Exactly.
None of
and
that.
You're not really having a good time, where when we were younger, we just kicked off our shoes, we danced,
stood on couches and all of that. Yeah. I cared too much, and that was a problem, but it was a problem that I didn't even realize it was a problem. And as I started digging deeper, I realized that I cared more for people than people cared about me. And it was just like, it's not to say like I never want anyone to feel like I'm saying they didn't care about me or they didn't love me or anything. It was just that my part was more than theirs. Girl, go ahead. So it did, that stuff did consume me, and it did take over. And that's one thing that I make a priority not to go backwards on, because we are going to trip. Like, we're not going to be on this road straight without any bumps or anything like that. But I make it like, if something, let's just say if it's conversations, if I see like conversations are getting gossipy or whatever it is, I put myself out instead of sitting there and just like going forth in
indulging in it.
Yeah, I'll just, now is like, I mean, it's whatever. Like, if that's what they want to do and that's how they feel, like, I just make it a priority to shut it down. Because one, I don't want to, because that's how conversations get mixy and messy.
Exactly, because you're so consumed in talking about the person. Right. And, well, you were on the phone with me and you heard this and you was agreeing. Like, no, really, I was just there.
Right. Or if the conversations are repeated, it's like, for example, yesterday I was watching Bravo, like almost all day. So they show, like, I guess, whatever new seasons of Housewives of New Jersey. And it's, of course, a group of friends. And it's just crazy how friends who are caring for each other and they're just saying, like, girl, well, maybe you should do this, or she felt this way, without realizing how messy it is, how mixy it is, because it's how it's being repeated.
Yeah.
So as like one conversation was brought to Teresa in a totally different way. And one, it shouldn't have even been brought back to Teresa because that was a conversation the two of you had. So now she's being told that you feel like she's not shit. And of course she's angry now, like, rightfully so.
She feels betrayed because everybody was talking about her instead of coming to her face, or the original person that felt some type of way.
And then it takes away from what the original person was saying, because that's not all they said. It was a whole conversation that built up to why she felt Teresa wasn't shit in that particular situation.
Yeah.
But all that was said was that she feels like you ain't shit. And
but sometimes we ain't shit.
And it's okay.
And it's okay. And I'm learning that sometimes I'm not shit. And I need somebody to tell me.
Right. And you got to sit there and be able to say, like, you know what, I ain't shit.
Yeah.
But now that I know that, I'll apologize for it and I will fix it. Like, if it's something that you feel strongly about fixing, fix it.
Exactly.
But if it's something that you stand firm in your convictions, stand in that shit.
Exactly. So what hurdles do you feel you personally face, and how'd you overcome them? Like, what was that stepping point where you were like, you know what, I'm tired of, like, putting on this mask every day. I'm tired of it weighing me down. And what do I need to do to get over this? What's the steps that you take? Because a lot of people have that epiphany, but they just don't know how to move forward. How did you move forward? What was the stepping stone? What did you do?
I feel for me, I was forced to move forward. Like, I was forced to learn. When my aunt passed, things was just really fucked up. And I had no choice but to face a lot of things. It wasn't like I sat there and I said, like, okay, I don't like this, I don't like that. I honestly feel that if my aunt did not pass away at that time, I probably wouldn't have been where I am now mentally.
Yeah.
I still would be faking it. Like, saying, like, you know what, well, you got to push through, you got to push through. So while it was a very heartbreaking experience to go through, I'm thankful for that experience because it opened up my eyes. And then on top of that, it was just like, the breakdown of a long-term friendship really made me sit there like, you accept so much shit from other people that you just need to stop. Like, at this point, enough is enough, because I was at a weak point, and to be attacked during my weakest point, it kind of actually allowed me to gain more strength than what I probably thought.
Happens to people. Like, when you're down, you be fucking down, and then you just be trying to dig yourself up, and you dig yourself deeper. Girl. And it's like, sometimes they say you need to be buried in order to come out and blossom to be better. So maybe those things happen in your life to bring you to who you are today.
I agree. Like, if it didn't happen, I wouldn't have been able to mend a lot of the friendships that I have now. I wouldn't be able to recognize my part in a lot of things. And even with Orlando's passing, that really taught me I need to appreciate the people that I value the most while I have that opportunity to, and not to have something so misfortunate happen for me to be sitting there like, I should have said and I should have did X, Y, and Z. So that dark time was by far probably one of the best experiences, because it has made me a stronger person. Yeah. It has allowed me to be okay with not giving a fuck and being vocal about it, and making sure that I put myself first. Because I do that all the time. Like, Anthony hit me one time, like, so I heard you have your phone on Do Not Disturb all the time. And I'm like, yeah, I got to protect my peace. Like, if I'm tired, if I had a long day, I make sure my phone stays on Do Not Disturb as much as possible. It's so bad that it's on more than what I realized. Yeah. So I had to switch it up to like only certain hours of the day.
Yeah.
Because I would look at my phone and I'm missing like phone calls. Like my mom would be like, "Are you up? Like, are you okay?
Are you there?"
Right. And I'm like,
hello?
"Oh, my bad." She was like, "That Do Not Disturb."
Yeah.
But I have to put myself first. I have to put my
sometimes we have to
first.
Isolate ourselves from like the motions of life,
right?
You know, sometimes we just need to sit still and be one with ourselves and really know where we're moving forward.
Exactly.
So like, I like the way that this conversation is going. You know, I really, like I said, you're my friend and shit like that. But
you can attack me too. I'm cool.
No, I don't want to attack you. I just want people to really see who you are, and I really want the layers to be unraveled today, and I want people to understand where you came from, because people see the podcast, people see who you are now, but there could be somebody out there like, dang, I wish I had it like she did, and they be going through the same thing that you're going through, and they need to see this, like visually see us or hear us, so they know how to move forward, because I just feel like it's such an evolution to show somebody. We all see the success stories, we see the fame, we see the likes, we see, you know, the filter,
right?
But we don't see the unmasking, we don't see, you know, the pores, we don't see deep down.
And I feel like, and the crazy thing about it is that I always felt like I was genuinely me all the time, like even with my posts and stuff. And then sometimes I'm just like, well, you know what, you do come off as if everything is good all the time. And but that's just always been me. Like, why do I need to announce? But maybe I can, you know, announce the dark times a little bit more, just so it could be more authentic. I think that anyone who knows me and knows me well knows that I always come from a genuine place and I'm as authentic as possible. But I can see when you're looking from the outside in, it's just like, oh, well, she's always good. She always is happy. Like, things are going well. Things aren't going well. Like, I want to move so badly, and there's like so many things that just, I feel like the Bronx is consuming me, like it's trying to keep me here. And
I'm like, wasn't for the Bronx,
right? And it's like, I love the Bronx, but it's time to go. Like, I'm ready to go. Yeah, like I remember when my mom first left the Bronx and she moved to Long Island. I was just like I don't understand, like, why? And she always would say, like, I'm tired of the fastness.
Yeah.
And I'm literally her. And I think with my job relocating to Midtown, it really pushed me even further, because there's just so much going on around here. There's so much people. I'm looking forward to the peace of leaving all these people and then getting home and it's just quietness. Yeah. So
serenity.
Yeah. So I'm struggling out here. Like, sometimes I contemplate
out here.
Yes. Because
don't let my Instagram fool you.
Don't let it fool you, because there's times when I'm just like, I feel like you guys will see, like, there's no more Not For Everybody podcast, because I want to focus on getting the fuck up out the Bronx. Yeah. But at the same time, like, I enjoy podcasting. So it's just like, well, maybe I'm going to cut my cable or something. Yeah. I got to find the balance, because while I may, you know, when I get into something, I get into it. And because I've been wanting to move for like the last year or so, it's just like every month that I'm still here is like, ugh, I'm ready to go. But I also have to calm myself down. So I will share. I think I'm going to share this year more of the darkness, not just the happiness.
Yeah, because it's like we got to unpack. You know, I use that favorite word from Tamron Hall, her show. I love her. But, and you know, she's interviewing Oprah. Like, she's such a, I don't know. I just love her.
That.
I was just like,
I'm excited.
Because I mentioned some things about her as well, but she always uses the unpack, and she has that ability to unpack. And I'm like, that is just wonderful, because you'll see like these people polished, and then like she just has a way of just breaking it down and making it relatable. So I just want to talk about relationships and things that have traumatized you. Let's talk about a relationship that changed how you love people. How you love someone.
Ooh, I would say
any type of relationship.
My relationship with my son's father is the main reason why I'm so guarded, and I feel like niggas is always up to something. And it's not fair to them. But, you know, I'm very vocal with Kevin now. Like, we speak, of course, way more as adults than we did when Jordan was younger. But he knows it because I'm very vocal. Yeah. And it's not fair to, like, anybody else But what I would say is I'm thankful for that experience because, one, of course, it gave me the greatest gift ever.
Jordan.
Yes. But it also allows me to see the shits.
Yeah.
So if I see a lot of signs, I'm not dating you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months to a year, 2 years. If I already see the signs, hoping that this is just a one-time thing and it's not going to happen.
So what are some of the signs?
If you don't have time, I feel like I've been in relationships and I've been in situationships. So I've been in all kinds of relationships.
I feel like I've been in more situationships than relationships. Maybe one relationship.
I think, when I think back about it, I'm just like, wait, was it just one? No. I feel like at times we may be in situationships without even knowing that we're in situationships.
Like, this one was a whole
so there was a whole other relationship. Yes.
We both was in a relationship.
Exactly.
All of us.
But my situationship, granted, while it was a great situationship. And I feel like when I would date somebody and let's just say they're single, no kids, one job, Monday through Friday, and we are constantly missing each other or we don't have the time to do things, I instantly have a problem with it because I've been in a relationship and I've been in a situationship.
Yeah.
And if they could find the time outside of everything else they doing to make time for me, I would like to know why you cannot make time.
Let's pencil out and schedule.
Right. It's all about prioritizing the time.
Exactly.
And it's very true when they say people make time for the things that they want to make time for.
And the people that they want to.
Exactly. So I'm not sitting here giving you the opportunity to not make time, not even text me to be like, are you breathing? A phone call, not actually putting in the work to get to know me. And I feel like people don't date. People don't court anymore. We don't have to go. Our first date does not have to be a dinner date. We can go out for coffee. We can sit down. We can go to the lit bar. Let's look at books together. Let's talk. I'm more into the conversations and getting to know people.
Even back in the days when we used to write the letters, mood, what song you was listening to. High school, used to be in the stairway talking all day. Just getting to know each other. I feel like me and my best friend, we've been friends since high school. And it's we have so many memories before the phones, before all social media and all this type of stuff. Our fondest memories are before social media.
Exactly.
It's we had so much times together where we just laughed, we talked, we cooked. It was something
hours
just
on
organic.
The phone.
And something crazy happened. And it's we just don't cherish the valuable things that we have as our voice. Yeah. Or just our sight of seeing each other or just being in the moment. And then, bam, some shit happens and we just have a story to talk about 10 years later.
Exactly.
So what boundaries have you put up since you've learned from those things? Because boundaries are very important.
So what I would say as far as in the dating game, because I'm not really dating, it's if it happens, it happens. Yeah. As far as establishing those boundaries, I haven't had the opportunity to do that yet. But when it comes to friendships, even with my family, my family, we're very family oriented. And I tell my mom all the time, listen, I'm not pushing myself to do anything. Yeah. If I don't feel like doing something, I am not going to do it because it's family.
No, yes. Yeah. I can't.
I'm not leaving my house. Yeah. And that's just what it is because I've always been we got to do it. We got to do it because it's family. We got to do it.
Yeah.
Now I'm just no, Mom, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. They may be upset. And I'm okay with that. Before I used to be if I say no, they're going to be upset. And it's all this shit that goes on in my head as to where now it's just if you're going to be upset, then you're just going to be upset.
You okay with that? I'm okay that you're mad because I'm okay.
And you know what? Rightfully so, you should be mad because I'm not there. If you really wanted me there, you should be upset. And
of course, you should care.
Yeah. So when you get over it, you'll be fine. But
and you'll see me
I'm
again.
acknowledging it and we'll move forward. When it comes to friendships, I make it known. Now I'm very adamant on saying no. If I can't do something, I'm no longer feeling obligated to do it because we're friends. I'm not doing it because we've been friends for 15, 20 years and I feel like I have to do it. I'm saying no, I'm not doing it, and I'm being okay with it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I feel has changed for everybody. We all have a different set of priorities in a sense, and I think that we, as a group of friends, our biggest downfall was never establishing boundaries, and if there was any boundary, respecting those boundaries.
Exactly. It takes so much, but you gotta understand, like, when we met each other, like, if we like talk about our friendships and where we came from such, and I wouldn't say we're like the worst, or because there's worse, but we all have our broken traumas.
Right.
We have our pieces, the puzzles that we had to put together.
Right.
We had to go through this shit to value what we are today.
Yeah.
Like, to say that, you know, through what we've been through and where we are today, and we're still a group of friends that can coexist each other and be able to like really enjoy the success. Like, all,
and
like,
enjoy
even
each
when we went to our friend's
company.
wedding,
Yes.
we were all there with love. Like, we were all there, like, and
just celebrating in the moment.
Exactly. And to come that far being where we were, that's an accomplishment, especially for Black women. You know, you don't see that. You don't see that unity
At
between women at all, not even Black or any, you know, type of culture, but like just women. We always compete. We always feel like we have to be better. We always feel catty, and it's just not that energy like that
and
anymore.
not like, honestly, everyone knows me. I am so for the shits. Like, I'm ready for a petty fest, like whatever.
I know. I mean, you got to get your little petty in once in a while.
But
I mean, it's just, I'm never going to itch
like,
her.
Yeah, like,
Patty always going, Patty going to beat it. She going to beat it, Patty.
and I feel like we should have our little petty moments, as long as you recognize, like,
exactly,
I'm going to have a petty moment.
Yeah.
But the reality is that those moments were used so much against each other that it was the biggest breakdown as well.
Yeah.
But like you said, like, we individually each on our own have, I think, acknowledged so much more from our past and things that we may have always just pushed to the side that has caused the breakdown of the relationships. But because we're all in a different space, that we're actually all accountable and own our parts in that, and realize that there was a lot of issues, not because of us, not because of our relationship, but there's so many things that have happened in our past that we've never really addressed for ourselves.
Exactly.
So
and the
we
traumas that we've
everything.
Been through.
Yeah.
You know, if someone says something in a tone that I don't like, and it brings back some shit that I'm a lash out because I don't like the way you said it. And it may have been genuine, but your delivery done fucked me up, and now I can't understand what you're saying, because all I hear is the screaming, the trauma,
the attack, and it's just like,
exactly.
I don't hear you. Like, I'm not even hearing one thing that you're saying as far as how you felt, because all I hear is the yelling, the cursing, and it's just like, I can't hear you enough to care enough about what you're feeling.
Exactly.
To say like, okay, well, I could fix that. I'm just more like, all right, so we gonna do this, then this is what we gonna do.
You wanna be at 10, I'm at fucking 20
now. So what's up? Like, you know, like, we could do it, and we're such a group of strong individuals that we all are like, so what's up? Like, what's going on?
What we doing?
But right now, I think that, we're all in a different space to where, because of the love for each other, I feel is so much stronger than anything else. Yeah, it overrides everything. It's just like, at some point, it's like, enough is enough.
And being comfortable to say, yo, when you said that hurt my feelings.
Feelings. Because that was something that we never
mofos. We are some sensitive mofos.
That's why I always say, like, for me, I labeled myself as the emo thug, because I'm emotional, but I'm a thug. But we will never show each other any form of vulnerability at all. If we even did, it was like a death. I feel like that was literally the only time.
And that's all we had to say was like, yo, it hurt me when you just said that one
we
word.
never even.
And I just look up to you, and I just want you to, like, and when you say shit like that, you be like, damn, yo, I could have just said it a little better. Or why did I wait?
Exactly,
you know? Or
exactly.
why I just didn't tell her how I felt, you know? Because
I think we always would get scared.
Yeah. Because I don't want to lose you.
Right.
You know?
Or we focused on how they going to respond.
Exactly.
That was the big problem. We worried about everybody else.
We have come a long
way. We have.
And that's why I want to turn it now to the positivity. Let me get some more.
Oh, you want some more? Look at me. I'm like, more juice than anything.
So I'm like a bookie. happy-go-lucky and I like a meme god and all these things like that. Like I just look for positivity anywhere because my moods, I'm a Gemini. I like can be left to right or happy and cold. I'm hot and cold.
Geminis.
I am learning how to be a medium, being a lukewarm in my life.
I don't think it's possible.
So I need the only way it happens for me, I have to warp myself with positivity. I have to warp everything around me has to have like a little sunshine or rainbow or something like that. So what I want to get into is positivity because I feel like you're a sunshine of positivity.
I try. That's why a lot of people think that I'm just out here faking the phone. But that's just me naturally. Like I'm always a very positive and uplifting person.
So there's this quote in a book that I love by Oprah. It's called Words That Matter. She took like all the quotes of the famous people that she interviewed throughout the years and compiled it into a book. So whenever and she has chapters, worry, stress, overcome, all these things. So I have this book like as my Bible. Like worry when I'm going through something, I'll be like, love, relation. All right, let me look at the quote.
I need to get this.
So one of the quotes was, the more you focus on words that uplift you, the more you embody ideas that contain in these words. What quote or what saying uplifts you? Like you can always depend on that to like get you out of some shit.
Oh, child.
I need a whole fucking book. That's why I got her book.
Oh, I don't even know if I could think of one off the top of my head.
Or like a song or something that just gives you positivity that you can always like depend on.
So I cannot remember the name of the song. It escapes me right now, but it is Tamala Man. I think it's no. Oh,
what about it though? Let's just talk about why.
So it literally breaks it down like how us human beings feel. It's just like we have our faith, but it's just like how much praying do we need to continue to do? Like when are things gonna change?
Yeah.
And it's funny because sometimes, so I have my Alexa set up to where when my alarm goes off, it plays like Kirk Franklin radio or like something like that. So there are a couple of instances where I wake up and that song is the one that's waking me up. And I feel like it always knows like the type of mood that I'm in at that time when I'm questioning, because there's so much shit going on in this world around us that it's just like, God, I don't want you to feel like I'm questioning anything that you're doing.
But I need an answer.
Right. Like, why is it so dark here? Like, why is it? What did I say the other day? Why is it so ghetto here? Like, why?
What is going on?
And that song it makes me feel like, you know what? No matter how dark it gets, there's always going to be like that rainbow that comes out outside of it. So that's always what I've used to say, like, I may be feeling some kind of way. I might be like depressed or sad or anything, but I don't allow myself to sit in it because I just know that it's a fleeting moment. It's a fleeting emotion. That's something that is not going to. And because I don't like dark spaces, I will not sit in it. Like, I'm going to address it now because before I would just push it off like it didn't exist. But now I allow myself to feel what I feel, but I don't allow myself to sit in it.
Yes.
Because I don't want that. Like, it's heavy.
It's like, how do you find that balance? Like, okay, I'm going to feel that I'm mad about this shit. Because if I don't, then something going to trigger me and then I'm going to explode.
Yes.
But when is the expiration? How long am I going to sit in this
Exactly.
shit?
So am I going to sit in this all fucking week?
Because then you start not to know the smell.
Exactly.
Basically.
So I stink.
Yeah.
But I don't recognize that I stink because I've let this smell go on for so long that I don't even recognize it.
That's become, who you are. Like, you know what? I'm going to just...
Right. So I'll get up kind of and just be like, I'm tired. Yeah. Or I had a really bad day. And I'm just going to sit here and I'm not going to do shit. Yeah. And tomorrow's another day. Exactly. And that's just what it is. I used to beat myself up if I slept late on Saturdays when I had to do laundry and go grocery shopping and everything. And it's just like, fuck. So now Saturday is like almost over. Now tomorrow you're going to be doing it. And it's just like, girl, so the fuck what? There's always another day. Yeah. God willing, thank God.
Exactly.
But it's not sitting in that space. And once I'm going to put the song when I find it in the caption. Yeah. Because that song reminds me that one, we all go through it. We all have that feeling. But despite how we may feel, it's that moment. And we're not going to continue because we always know that something good is coming. Like, it's not going to always be dark. And right now it may feel dark all the time. But just because it's dark, why do I have to sit in it?
I love realistic gospel songs because, you know, growing up, your parents always say, go to church, don't pray, you don't need to go to therapy. The Bible, read this, you know, verse 2, chapter 10 that John did. Like, John was like BC. That was the worst thing John to ain't do. Going through what I'm going through in this ghetto.
And even so,
he had a different type of ghetto than I had.
Do we even understand what the hell the Bible's saying? I'm an adult, and I still have to be like, let me write it in layman terms so I can understand. Have you ever read something like a verse 18 times?
You know what? And I put it in Google, and then he break it down to me about what happened. Because sometimes I don't know what happened with Malachi and Noah and all. I know Noah in the boat, but
these names. Who picked these names out? I thought we had some real ghetto names. These names.
It started BC.
I just can't. BC. Like, I cannot. But yeah, so. It's, I don't know, like, it took a lot. Like, I'm just so thankful for a lot of the negative things that have happened because I feel like it has brought me into so much of a better space.
Therapy. You are my therapeutic fucking sister. And I don't be telling you cursing so much, but I just gotta let you know.
Own that cursing, like, bitch, because you know I love me a good curse session. I curse. Like, I don't care.
Like,
I don't care.
When I was going through my shit, and I know this is about you, but I just gotta let you know that when I was going through my shit and I just felt like nobody could understand what I was going through and that I needed therapy and I needed somebody to understand that I needed therapy, you were the person that I could speak to and not feel bad about venting or not feeling bad that I was stuck in the moment or not feeling bad about where I was at that time.
Because I think we get stuck with that. Like, we are constantly thinking like, I don't want to dump on that person, or feeling like I got to keep this. The feeling that we got to keep things to ourselves all the time is what breaks us down. One is either if you're venting, and then that's another thing. You got to be mindful of who you vent to.
Exactly.
Because you'll be surprised at how you have your friends who you're venting to, and they make you bad for feeling how you feel. They cannot relate, so they change the subject without even acknowledging that they changing the subject. Like, you have to know who it is that, and especially if you're looking for a certain thing.
Exactly.
So if you're venting because you're having like a moment where you just got to get it out and you need to cry or whatever, you got to know who to call at that moment so you can get it out and you can feel good about getting it out, not feel guilty for getting it out after.
And sometimes they ain't got even the energy to go through it. And I understand that sometimes it could be somebody you thought that could be there for you.
Yeah.
And they can't even be there for themselves. And I've learned that that's not their purpose. That's not your purpose as my friend. Your friend is not my friend. Okay, you're supposed to be there for me, but if you can't be there for yourself,
right,
then I can't be there for you as well.
Exactly.
And so shout out to therapy and shout out to the therapists out there because I became a long way and I'm still coming. Like,
I feel like we've all seen each other in our moods, but that space, to me, it was just weird seeing you there because that's not a space that I've ever seen you in.
It was weird. I felt like Deborah Cox, nobody's supposed to be here. Like, she was talking about love. I was talking about the depression and despair. Like, in the house, like the whole fucking video. The song, the house, the dress, that was me. If I could talk about a video about how nobody's supposed to be here, I was not supposed to be in the house of depression. Nobody's supposed nobody's supposed to be
here.
There.
I don't think no one should ever be in that. And if you're in that house,
and people just couldn't
for a realtor.
Take me like that. It's like
it's hard as
people
like,
be like, I can't see you like this. I'm not used to this, and then you feel bad for being in the house. Like, I'm trying to get out the house. Help me.
So you gonna help me pack or not? Like, I'm trying to get the fuck up out of here.
Nobody's supposed to be here.
But let's just be honest. Like, if I didn't go through therapy, who's to say I would have been that person?
Exactly.
Like, it took a lot. I told Dominique when my therapist said that she feels like I was in a better position to move forward, I was just like, no, you're not breaking up this relationship. Like, she left me, but it was just like,
I'm on bi-weekly sessions now, and I just be feeling like counting down. Like,
she suggested a life coach, which I actually will start that this month. So I'm gonna see how that goes and if it helps. I mean, I honestly
it's like congratulations.
Don't see myself.
You graduated.
I graduated and I felt good. I don't know. Like I feel like I'm on the first floor, like a little bit closer to the door. I don't know if I'm fully out the house. I feel like right now I'm the child that doesn't want to leave the house. Okay. Like the parents come home every day and be like, God, she ain't moved yet. Like,
I know. Like you got the skills. You got the tools. Right. You got the tools, now use it.
I recognize a lot of things, which is why like if nobody hears from me, it's just because I'm chilling with myself. Yeah. Like I'm allowing myself to go through my moments. But what I've also learned is the prioritizing of my time.
Yes, that's very important.
That screen time, let me tell you, Apple, I would like to thank y'all because
thank you, Apple.
I spend a lot of time on my phone when I can be doing a lot of different things. So I dedicate my time a lot differently now. Yeah. So I'm not always available. And I think it's a huge adjustment from my friends because I was always available. Yeah. So now that I'm not available, it's just like, well, where this bitch think she disappearing to or whatever? And it's not that. It's just like I'm focusing more at work. I have all these different things that I'm doing at work now. I have the podcast and I got to focus. This takes a lot of time, especially when you're doing everything by yourself. So I focus more on that. And then my self-care and then taking care of my home because...
And then the day's over. It's time to sleep.
Hello. Like, literally, when you look at stuff and it's just like, damn, bitch, I've been up for 13 hours. And it's like, well, what the hell did I really do?
What did I do? I worked 8 of them. Exactly. Traveled 2 hours.
Exactly. 8. So where's the rest of the time for me? Exactly.
I'm too tired for me. Shit.
So it's like, I want to do things a lot differently, but I recognize that because... Bitch, I didn't know that I was depressed or in a form of depression when I was not cleaning. I didn't have no urge to clean my house. I didn't have no urge to wash my clothes. It was like, all right, well, I have to because I don't have no more panties now. So now I have to wash. And it was just like dread just to do that. Yeah. But I did not realize when I got that questionnaire from my therapist, I was just like... Oh my fucking God. So like I've been depressed for this long.
Exactly.
Like, I was a functional alcoholic. I was a functional depressed.
Tell me about it. Like me, I love to sleep. I mean, I still love to sleep. Sleep is very good. But I know now that I used to just sleep my depression away. A bitch would be asleep for 12 hours out the day and just be like, oh, I was sleeping, yo. Yep. That was the only time nobody could get key access to me. Either I'm asleep or I'm at work. And it's like, no, I need more time for me to isolate from myself. Not just if my phone is dead because I have no reception because I'm under the train or I'm at work or I'm sleeping. Like, no, when is the quiet time for me?
None. So, like, I don't have notifications on my phone. Yeah. I left the notifications on for like my text messages and my phone calls because I don't want to miss anything. Yeah. Like if it's my mom, Jordan, or whatever, like my family, I have those, but everything else doesn't have a notification. Screen time.
I get it when I get it.
Yeah, like when I'm at work, I have my screen time on. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb from 8 until the next morning because that's my downtime. I get ready for the next day. I relax. I don't want no interruptions. Yeah. People be like, I saw you on social media. I got an iPad.
Exactly. Exactly. So one thing we were talking about podcasts.
Yes.
And so I was doing my research on podcasts because I'm not really equipped or know a lot about it. But you know, everybody and their mother, they say they could get a podcast or whatever the case may be. But there, I read this interesting article about the myths of podcasting. And it said that it was 5 common myths about podcasts. It says the myth that was puzzling to me was there's no winning recipes to a successful podcast. How do you define success in this podcast world?
Well, I would have to say success for me is the fact that I even made it a full year by myself.
Yes,
like
clap that fucking
up. That was because it's stressful. You know, you have so many components to it. You gotta create content all the time. You have to talk about so many things, and it's just like, when do you start running out like of things to talk about. But I don't want to be one of the trendy podcasts. Like, all podcasts talk about what's going on, and I get that you may need to sometimes, but it's all the time. So if I have 5 favorites, trust and believe I heard the same thing in all 5. And I don't want to be that way. So the fact that I have 600 followers with 14 episodes.
Talk about it. Talk
authentic topics, not repeating, and it doesn't have to do with anything that we see on TV or see on, social media. Yeah. That's successful to me. Yeah. So I have to too, like, I'm always the one to shy away, but I toot my horn for that because.
And now you on video.
Hi, yes. So that's another thing too. Like for my 1 year, because I said that I was going to do a little bit different. My friends always telling me. And that was the first thing Dominique said was like, so is there going to be video too? So yes.
Got to make sure I look cute or whatever.
Yes. So this 1 year anniversary will be on YouTube.
Yes,
for the first year.
Excited. I'm so proud of you. I feel Thank you. Just having your own thing where you could talk about whatever you want to talk about, whoever you want to talk about, bring on whoever.
And I'm going to talk about all y'all now.
All y'all hoes.
All y'all hoes. Period. No.
Period. But no, just the fact that that's success to me. Yeah. That is a triumph to me. That is what a motivator is to me.
Talking, yes. Because the success, what I will really say the success is that one of the baby of Not For Everybody podcast is my womanpreneur segment. Yes. And that has connected so many people and introduced so many people to each other that's a huge success for me because the collaborations that I have seen come about from doing it just warms my heart because you don't realize the impact that you have on people or things until it's actually done. So that's where the success comes from for me.
Yes. And we always want to, of course, everybody wants to be successful and get monetary gain from it. But nothing is successful as a soul. Yes. And also, I'm a quote hoe. But and I'm about to quote Martin Luther King, and I just said I'm a quote hoe.
Lord
but he said one thing that I really love, and it is, Martin Luther King on the 20th.
Yes. MLK Day.
This one quote I love. Everyone has the power for greatness, not for fame, but greatness, because greatness is determined by service. And I feel like this podcast is a service because you're able to open up doors for people. Like I know one of my friends, Taz, who she does lifted. We got Drea that she does the cakes. Your friend with the vitamin box. There's so many different people.
Shout out Carrie.
Even when I was doing my music, I had an avenue where I can talk about my music and just we just had so many open ways of people and like just sharing, and I just feel like the service is what stands for you, because at the end of the day we all gonna die the same way. And it's like I always think about, and I know you don't want to think about death, but it's like when people looking down at me, I don't want people to look down and be like, dang, glad that hoe was dead. Like I don't want people to be like, yo, I'm sad, yo, she really was a good person. She did something.
Who gonna say that?
I done did some people wrong. Bitches got sued and shit. So
they gotta let it go.
Let it go like Frozen. I was in my 20s. Let me get a gummy bear. For the homies. But this is for the homies.
Should we pour a little something out? Like I don't think anybody would say that, but I do think about things like that. More now probably than anything.
Like
what did that comes with age.
Like what did I do to really be a good person? What service did I give to this world instead of serving looks and being the life of the party or jokes or having a good time? What more did I bring?
One of the things that I feel like a lot of people do, not just with podcasting, but with anything, is that they get into these things with the expectation of monetary gain instantly. Yeah. And that instant gratification that people are looking for.
It is this social media shit that make you think that you can do a YouTube video or you can do something and break the internet.
Before social media.
How many damn videos did they do? How many takes did it take? You don't know how long that video took them. Like, just because it's 30 seconds, you don't know how long that 30 seconds took them.
Exactly. And Business 101.
I'm all smacking. I hope y'all don't hear me like.
That's fine. Business 101 teaches you, like, you should never go into any business expecting to get your return within that first, I would say, 3 years. Because you're always going to put out more than what you get back. Yeah. And this, for me, it's not like, of course, who don't want to make money off of what they do, something that they enjoy doing. Yeah. But I continue to push forth because it's what I enjoy doing. It's not me looking for that dollar. When I feel like what's for me will be for me.
Yeah.
And it's due time.
Well, boo, this is definitely for you.
Hello?
It's not for everybody.
It ain't
but
for y'all.
You.
It may not be for a lot of
y'all.
But it's for me.
And it's for me too.
Right.
Because I'm having a great time.
Thank you.
Here.
Oh, so let me find out. We're going to have to have her host more.
Well, you know, I'm
Ooh,
comfortable.
I have a substitute host.
Yes. But what's in store for the season of this podcast? Like, what are some twists that we're looking for? I know we're on video now. And what are some traditions that you want to keep?
Some traditions that I want to keep, of course, would be my Womenpreneur segment, which I kind of feel like I want to show light. Jesus, Lord. I want to highlight maybe more than once a month, maybe do it twice a month, because there's so many people out here. And I feel bad a lot of times because it's prioritizing who to come, and because a lot of people want to do it, it's just like they get pushed back. And I don't want them to feel like, oh, well, she doesn't have me on there. It's just like I have to get to you.
We gotta get
I'm thinking, So I'm thinking that I want to do that maybe twice a month.
Okay.
The video, of course, is new. I won't say that it will be every episode. I would like maybe for it to be every episode, but I would like to start off with like maybe one episode a month.
Okay.
And maybe doing that like on Patreon, to where that way I can, if I'm wanting to gain money, maybe use that as a way. Like if you go and contribute $10 here, you'll get access to the video early. Like things like that.
Yeah.
And I want to actually do a little bit more public speaking.
Oh, wow.
If anybody wants me to come out and talk and do on their platforms and stuff, I actually want to do more of that.
That's amazing.
So maybe the video will help me to do that. Like I want people to see me more, not just hear me, but for 2020, I want people to see me.
Yeah.
So we'll see what will happen in the next couple of months.
Okay, I'm excited. And also, lastly, what advice can you give future podcasters or a person who wants to venture out into a podcast, but they're scared and their doubt is overcoming them?
I would say just fucking do it, because
just fucking do it.
Yeah, my fear like had me going in all kind of circles. A lot of people were just like, if you don't stop, like, and just do it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did it. So if it's a thought and if it's something that keeps hitting you, like, no matter what you're thinking about and it keeps popping up in your head, do it. There's so many ways. Like, I come to the studio because I had a relationship to them. Like, one thing that I want to say is that podcasting wasn't something that was on my mind to do. I was introduced to it and I enjoy it. Like, I loved it way more than I actually thought I would. So you don't have to go to a studio to do it. There's so many different phone apps that you can start off with to build up your comfortability. That way you don't have to feel like you need to spend money to do things.
Yeah.
There's so many different avenues for you to do it. Just try it. If you don't like it, then you don't like it. You don't have to put yourself on all these media platforms just when you start if you're not 100% sure. Start off with Anchor and see how you like it. And if you don't like it, you can easily just pull that shit.
Yeah.
But you won't know until you do it. And I've lived in a world of fear of doing things for a long time. So I would say don't live there. It's not a good place. Yeah. It's like right next door to the house of depression.
Yeah, it is. You don't want to move down.
No, that block.
It's ghetto, girl.
Block. Yes.
We tired of the ghetto block. We try to move.
Yes. So I want to go like down the block, across the street, and then 5 blocks down and to your left. That's where I want to go.
Yes, let's get there. But this was amazing. I love the conversation that we had. Thank you for letting me just do this shit.
Yes,
like,
I thought it would be like the perfect spin for a 1-year anniversary to switch the roles.
Yes, you did very good as the interviewee.
Girl, you did good. I hope y'all see her notes.
I got notes and shit.
I was doing
research. She told me, I was like,
like, she has a whole email thread and everything. So shout out to you. You took your job seriously.
Thank you.
You did better than me, girl, because I don't use outlines. I just come in here.
My thoughts be all over the place, so a bitch gotta be organized, because I'll be in the house of this organization with depression.
Yeah, that's a,
and
like,
fear. All of them. My house, they all live there.
Which your
1, 2, 3, 4.
Those are not people that you want to live with.
Those are not people I need to live with.
Yes. Those are bad renters, honey. Don't live with them. But I thank you so much, not only for like being so supportive. The thing is like, you're genuinely supportive.
Thank you.
What I have to say about my friends and my family, they don't support just because. They genuinely support because they enjoy it. If they don't like something, like, they will tell you.
A hoe will let you know.
Honey, with no problems. Like, real
You
quick.
be scared to show your friends before you I'll be scared. I put this shit on social media before I show my best friend.
Right, because social media will make you feel good. Like, it's something.
Nah, again.
Yes. So I appreciate that so much. And thank you for being a part of today's episode.
I'm so excited. Thank you for the Prosecco. Thank you for the Moscato.
Yes,
thank you for everything. These
gummies.
I'm taking half of the bag because tomorrow I start a new thing.
Well, girl, take it. Yeah,
I'm in the house of fast.
Oop. No, you just need to do intermittent fasting, girl. Don't get crazy. Don't.
I'm not. No. Well, the fast includes, coffee, live up the block with depression now. Like, I visit them to have a cup of coffee once in a while because
every day.
I need it
every day.
I'm doing my Earl Grey. I'm doing my substitutes.
I mean, 1 cup. It's like 1 cup bad.
Because I feel like when I drink coffee, my metabolism slows down. For other people, it speeds up, but I think my body's so used to it that it just don't do nothing. So when I don't drink coffee, I notice that I lose weight quicker.
Okay.
And then I'm not a person that puts like a lot of sugar and stuff in it. It's just that I feel like when I do diets without coffee or like when I do things without coffee, my metabolism goes faster.
Right.
And I'm able to lose it. So that's one of the things I adore, that and alcohol. So I'm just giving and cheese, pasta and all that. So hopefully the next time I'm on this camera, I'm looking a little slimmer. Because
we're going to come in tank tops. No, not tank. Crop tops
without high waist.
Yes.
So you can see
without the high
this
waist
belly.
Hello.
And I ain't sucking it in because I've been sucking it in all this whole damn episode. Can't wait to.
I'm so over you. So let's since we're on camera, we're gonna cheers it out.
Yes, let's cheers.
I feel weird like looking at y'all like that, but I don't give a fuck. So thank you for coming.
Yes, love you.
Happy 1 year anniversary. Not for everybody podcast.
Because we not for everybody, but we for you too.
Toodles.
Bye.